Welcome yogis, namaste. My name is Eric and this is an hour of energizing Vinyasa. Let's start in fire toes. So curl your toes underneath, even your little pinky toe if you can manage. Sit back on your heels, sit nice and tall. Draw your shoulders back and down and then close your eyes. And we'll do 5 deep breaths together. So inhale, fill all the way up. Hold at the top. And exhale out the nose or the mouth. That's 1. Second one, inhale, big breath all the way in. Hold. And release. Third one, big breath in. Hold. And release. Fourth one, big breath all the way in. Fill up a little bit more this time. Maybe you can sip in just a little more air. Pause. Try to relax in this fullness. Relax the body, but maintain this energy inside of you. And release. And last one, biggest inhale so far. Pull the breath all the way in. Pause. And then sip in a little bit more breath. Pause. And maybe you can sip in just a tiny bit more breath. Hold here. And then exhale all of it out. Okay, open your eyes, come forward to all fours. And this is a funny wrist drill, but I really love it. You just start with one hand, your right hand, and start to work you want to keep the wrist itself in contact with the ground as much as possible and just move the hand in circles. So try to keep the wrist down. It will probably lift off part way, but it's just a nice rotation of the wrist. And then change the direction of that rotation. So it's not really necessarily bearing weight, but enough so that your hand never leaves the floor during this drill. All right, second side, just start rolling the wrist around. What's really great about these rolling movements is that your elbow and your shoulder joint are also already starting to spiral around and lubricate. That's right, Noe and Ben. I just said the word lubricate. All right, change direction. And then come right back into center. Okay, sit back into a 90-90 or deer pose, sometimes called swastikasana. And it doesn't matter which side, because I'm just going to pivot back and forth a few times. So whichever way that your knees are facing, turn and lift up to kneeling. So you open the fronts of your groins, bring your hands to your heart, and then rotate all the way around. Come back into center. Lower your hips. Try to do this without use of your hands. Spin the knees to the other side, lift up, and then rotate your torso. Rotate back to center, lower your hips, pivot, left, and then the torso follows. So start to smooth it out as much as possible. Just a few more times. We're going to do one more on each side after this last one. So last one happens now on this side. And then last one, here we go, on this side. Okay, come right into center. Extend both legs so they're long. Find your staff pose. Sit tall in staff pose. The name of the game is a long, upright spine. So if bending the knees is what you need to do to lift yourself up, please do. You can do this momentarily using your hands to find that length. If you're able to do it without your hands, take your arms forward. And for now, I'll have actually palms facing down. And with your breath, inhale, reach the arms up so you stretch the side body. Exhale, hands come forward. 2 more times, flex the feet, inhale, and exhale. Last time, breath in, and breath out. So now we're gonna work the ankles in. So with your arms reaching forward, extend the tops of the ankles so they're long, and then flex your feet, reach up. Extend the tops of the ankles forward. Flex your feet, lift up. Keep going. So this is good for the sciatic nerve, and also ankle mobility and calf strength. But really try and get to the end range of motion with your ankles. It's not a passive action, so work the ankles pretty hard. They're not just flopping around. Keep your spine as tall as you can. And last time. Right. Release your hands. Grab the backs of your thighs. Lean back to tuck your tailbone under. So this is more of a Pilates boat we're heading into rather than a yoga boat. Yoga boat would have your pelvis spilling forward, almost like a back bend, but totally fine to tuck your tailbone here. So while the tailbone is tucked, you can lift the chest just slightly. Float your legs off the ground. And then when you are ready, either release your hands to the floor behind you or take your hands out in front of you by the side. So similarly, extend the tops of your ankles forward. And then flex your feet, reach up, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Breath in, and breath out. One more time, breath in, and breath out. Set your feet down. It's the suggestion of a cat-cow, so really round all the way back. Arms can even straighten. And then bend the elbows. Inhale, lift your chest up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Draw the shoulder blades down and together. And then exhale, tailbone tucks underneath. Last time, breath in to open. Exhale, come down. And now, release your hands. Lift your upper back just slightly. Extend your legs and make your way into low boat. Same idea, have the tops of your ankles long. And then flex your feet, reach your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, flex the feet. Inhale, lengthen the tops of the ankles. Exhale, lengthen the backs of the ankles. 3 more. Really press your lumbar curve down. Inhale. And last one, exhale. Zip all the way up. Set your feet down. And then let your spine round. So you're flexing your back now. Flex not just from where your shoulders are, but your lumbar curve. Let it flex. Let your middle spine flex. Tuck your chin to flex the back of the neck. And feel kind of your shoulders lengthen forward as they're rounding. And then hug the arms deeper into the sockets as you lift your chest all the way up. Hold here in this extension, full breath in and a full breath out. Cross your ankles, come forward to kneeling, all the way up. Interlace fingers behind the back body. Roll the shoulders back. Find Jalandhara Bandha, tuck your chin. And then the rest of the spine in neutral as much as possible. And really externally rotate the roots of your arm bones. And then release your chin to neutral. Take your arms out wide. Thumbs are facing up. To be really clear, we're not back bending, we're hinging from your knees. So this is going to work your hamstrings, your spine, your core, everything. Take an in breath. So you're feeling like planking your torso and hinge back a little or a lot. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale, lift up. And last time, exhale, hinge back, pause and hold. Breathe in. Maybe you can take your arms back a little further. Breathe out. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Last full breath in. Stay for the out breath. And then inhale, come up. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Grab the center of your left forearm. Take a side bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Grab the center of the right forearm, take a side bend to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take your hands down and step back into high plank pose, top of a push-up. Start to get long in both directions. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Try not to move your hips too much. Tap your left shoulder with your right hand. Set it down. Tap your right shoulder with your left hand. Set it down. Right hand touches left shoulder. Replace it to the earth. Left hand touches right shoulder. Set it down. Again. And release. Again. And release. Bring your feet back, hip width apart. And tap just your knees down so you're in plank on the knees. Extend your spine. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Re-straighten, breath in. Again, exhale, bend the elbows. Re-straighten, breath in. And last time, exhale, bend the elbows. Re-straighten, breath in. Walk your hands in. Come back up to kneeling. Revisit the same action. Take your arms wide, inhale, hinge back, exhale. Your arms are going to travel a little bit further back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, flex your abs. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, hold. Tailbone draws under. And then come all the way up. Reach your arms up towards the sky. This time your right hand comes down. Left arm reaches over. Inhale, reach up. Left hand touches side of your left thigh. Right arm reaches over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your hands down. Walk them all the way forward and step back to high plank pose, one leg at a time. Bring your feet wider than your hips, again, for more stability. Of course, if you want more of a challenge for these single arm variations, bring your feet really close together, but not at the expense of really waggly hips. What we're looking for is core stability as much as possible. Come onto the tips of your right fingers, like you've got a cupcake under your right hand, and then walk your hand as far forward as you can, but still keep your left shoulder over your left wrist. Hold, breathe in. Hold, breathe out. Take your hand back, set it down. Firm the right shoulder as you walk your left hand forward. Hold, breathe in. Hold, breathe out. Left hand comes back. Walk the right hand forward again. And now float your left leg up. Reach back through the heel. Breath in and breath out. Set your foot down. Walk the right hand back. Last time, left hand walks forward. And float the right leg up. Elongate through the crown of your head. Root through the right foot. Right shoulder, excuse me. Set your right foot down. Walk your left hand in. And now knees or no knees. Shift forward, chaturanga, exhale, hold it. Back to high plank pose, breath in. Again, chaturanga, exhale, high plank, inhale. Last time, chaturanga, exhale, high plank, inhale. Lower your knees, walk your hands in, come back to kneeling, arms out, nice and wide. Breathe in, hinge back, exhale, maybe a little further this time. Inhale, come forward, because these are the last two of these hinges. Exhale, inhale, come forward, and last time, exhale, hold, breath in, and out, one more inhale. Final exhale, lift up, reach your arms towards the sky, take a side bend to the right, your right hand can come down, maybe it even touches the floor. And then rise all the way up, and second side. And then come all the way up, interlace fingers behind the back of the body, roll open through the chest. Full breath in, and a full breath out. Release the arms up towards the sky, inhale, and exhale, hands come down. Step back to your high plank pose. Feet a little bit wider than your hips. High on the right fingertip, start to walk your right hand forward. Lift your left leg. Option to lift your right arm. Pause, pause, pause. Keep getting longer. One more breath in, and one more breath out. Set everything down back to your plank pose. Inhale. Walk your left hand forward, you're on your fingertips. Lift the right leg. Option to reach your left arm forward. Tailbone scoops underneath, last inhale. Sit everything down, high plank pose. Walk your feet hip width apart again. Breath in, keep your toes tucked under. Shift forward, keep your toes tucked under. Lower to your belly, keep your toes tucked under. So we're going to press from the floor to chaturanga. And remember, chaturanga is low. So if you need to keep your knees down, keep your knees down. So don't lift the knees if it means that you're going to lift your chest up really high. You want to keep the shape compact to contain the power and the energy of the pose. All right, full breath in. Exhale, come to chaturanga. And then lower breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower breath in. And last time, chaturanga, exhale, hold. Keep getting longer. Hold. And exhale, lower. 3 baby cobras. They're going to feel really good. Lift up. And lower. Lift up. And lower. And last time, inhale. And exhale. Press up to all fours. And then sit back on your heels, but bring your hands in part way. Okay, push the floor down and away in the distance between your hands and your knees, totally up to you. But start to do the thoracic rolls that we did last week. So you just roll in your rib cage in a spiral in one direction. Working through those sticky spots. And then change to the other direction. Come into neutral, walk all the way forward. This will be very welcome. Downward facing dog, send your hips high, and pedal out your feet. So what I'd like you to do, because we've done so much upper body stuff at this point, but not necessarily a lot of lower body stuff, so the legs kind of won't be as warm, is bend your knees to take the legs out of the equation, and then lengthen your spine as much as possible. Feel your sitting bones lift, Head relaxes. Great. Take one more breath in. And final out breath. Okay. Easy walk all the way forward into your forward fold Uttanasana. With a deep bend in your knees, start to slowly roll up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big shrug of the shoulders. Take your palms forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. Swan dive into your forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift, elongate your spine. Breath in. Exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Lower the knee. Arms reach towards the sky just one time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, high plank pose. Breathe in your high plank, get long. Shift forward, chaturanga. Exhale, either up dog or cobra if you're ready for it. And meet back in downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg lifts towards the sky. Tiger curl, knee to nose. Inhale, send the leg high. Tiger curl, exhale, last time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Tiger curl, exhale, pull it in closer, breath in. Exhale, step your foot through. Ground your back foot as if it's warrior one, but stay low, pull your heart forward, reach your arms back. So the right hip has to scooch underneath, so your right knee and your hip are in the same line. Arms still reaching back. Here we go. Take your arms forward. They frame your ears. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Can you get a little bit lower? Hold for 2 more breaths. Pull the low ribs in. Last inhale. Step forward and fold in front of the mat. Exhale. Lift your eyes. Reach the arms towards the sky. Touch the palms. Right into your forward fold, breath out. Long spine, breath in. Left foot steps all the way back, lower the knee, exhale. One time, lift to your lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come down, find your high plank. Breathe in, high plank. Shift forward, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Left leg lifts, don't miss a beat. With your breath, exhale, tiger curl. Inhale, get long. Exhale, tiger curl. Last time, inhale, lift. Tiger curl, exhale, pull it in closer. Step all the way through. Back foot grounds like warrior one. And with your hands still on the floor, you can really encourage the back leg to ground down. So shift weight to your back foot. Pull your heart forward. Reach your arms back. Little cobra action in your heart. The left hip and knee are in line. Can you lengthen your chest any amount more? And here we go. Reach your arms forward. Keep pressing into the back foot as much as possible. You don't have to worry about loading your left foot because all your gravity is on top of that. The intelligence in action is going to come from your back leg. Last 2 breaths. Spread through your toes. Spread through your fingers. Final inhale. Step forward. Fold. Exhale. Release. Shake out your head. Reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. Lift up. And exhale. Fold forward. Flat back as you breathe in. Plant your palms. Exhale. Step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift. Urdhva Mukha. And press all the way back. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Go time. Lift the right leg towards the sky. Right knee to left shoulder. Scissor it out. Peel your left arm up towards the sky. So wrist over wrist. Shoulder over shoulder. You are in side plank as much as possible. If you really want to take it up a notch, float your right leg. Now you're going to work the obliques. So left arm leaves underneath the right. Exhale. And then reach back up. Breath in. 2 more times. Exhale, spiral. Inhale, reach up. Last time. Exhale, spiral, little hold. Can you reach your fingertips a little bit further to the right to get that twist? Reach all the way up, breath in. Tiger curl, knee to nose, exhale, and then step all the way through and rise to high crescent lunge. Breath in and out. Breathe in at the top. Lean forward, sweep your arms back, generous bend to the back knee, exhale. Reach back up and exhale. Last time, reach back up. Exhale, pause. The only thing that will change is your arms. Take your hands to your heart. Start to tuck your tailbone pretty fiercely as you take your shoulders back over your hips. Left knee is still low. All right, so we're talking to the left hip flexor now. If you like to, your arms can reach forward. You want to keep this front thigh really horizontal and make sure. Some of you will choose to lift your arms up, but not if your low back feels a little bit dumpy. Your low ribs are pulling in. And final iteration is to re-straighten your left leg, but keep the right hip and right knee in line. One more. Big breath in, keep reaching up. Exhale, lower your left knee, sweep the arms back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Option to interlace fingers. And then release your hands, come all the way forward, rise back up, high crescent lunge, Ujjayi, inhale. Pivot to wide-legged stance. Exhale, so feet are parallel, hands are at your hips. Little cobra in your chest, breathe in. Shift forward to a flat back, exhale, pause. Now, try to squeeze your feet together like you could bunch up your mat. This is gonna activate your inner thighs, your groins. We want them working right now because that's gonna stabilize the pelvis. So left fingertips down, and with your breath, just peel the right arm up, breath in. And exhale it down. Keep squeezing your feet together. Inhale. And exhale to adduct the thighs. Inhale, you're still long. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Last time, lift up. Breath out, last side. Breath in. And breath out. Hands to your hips. Lift all the way up. And then step to chair pose, back of the mat. And you're facing to your left. So sitting back in your chair pose, okay? Hover your right foot off the floor a few inches. Bring your hands to your heart and sit a little bit lower back in your chair. And we're just gonna move the floating leg, your right foot. So tap your right foot off to the right. Exhale and inhale, pull it in. Exhale, tap it off. Inhale, pull it in. Option to reach your arms forward now. Keep going. So really clear, the left leg is perfectly still. So if your left leg was like an acorn floating in the lake, you wouldn't see any ripples. Everything's happening in the right leg. All right, back to chair pose, hands at heart. And then a big wide step back into your wide-legged forward fold. Come to the front of the mat, warrior two. Bend your right knee. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reverse warrior, inhale, reach all the way up and back. Exhale, side angle pose, but reach both arms forward. Arms frame the ears. Take your arms further behind the ears. Roll the chest open. Stay committed to your lunge. Reach, reach, reach a little bit further. Last full breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Frame your right foot. Low lunge. Peel the right arm up towards the sky for a juicy, well-deserved twist. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift the heart, Urdhva Mukha, and press back. Adho Mukha. Left leg up towards the sky. Left knee to right shoulder, twist. Inhale, send the leg high. Right shoulder, twist. Inhale, here we go, last time. Right shoulder, twist. Scissor it out. Peel the right arm up towards the sky. So left hand, push the floor down and away. Some of you are gonna float your left leg. Breathe in. Thread the right arm underneath, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Again, exhale. Inhale to reach up. Last time, exhale, pause. Keep threading underneath. Turn your chest just a little bit more. Back up towards the sky. Tiger curl, exhale. Inhale, step through. Lift up. High crescent lunge. Full breath in at the top. And full breath out. One more inhale. Hinge forward, sweep the arms back. Bend the right knee generously, exhale. Lift back up. And hinge forward, breathe out. Lift back up. And last time, hinge forward, exhale. Stay low, right knee hovering, but bring your hands to heart. Lift your shoulders over your hips. So you draw the tailbone down, roll the shoulders back. And if your front ribs are contained, option to reach your arms forward. If your left thigh is nice and horizontal, tailbone tucks, front ribs contained, take the arms overhead. And final iteration, all things stay the same, including your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Then re-straighten the right leg to get that beautiful lengthening in the front of the right thigh. Try your best not to back bend. Last inhale, lower the right knee, Ardha Hanumanasana. Exhale, potentially interlacing your fingers. Activating your left ankle, inner thigh spiral back. Take 2 breaths. Release the arms, come all the way forward, back to high crescent lunge. And exhale to that wide stance. Step to the back of your mat for chair pose, hands at heart center, Utkatasana. So now rooting into your right foot. So I'm not mirroring you in this case, so you've got to listen. You're rooting into your right foot. Your left leg will hover, and then tap that out nice and wide, and bring it in. Inhale, and exhale. Option to take your arms forward. Maybe you sit a little further back. I want everyone to sit just a little further back. Right, last iteration. Arms up by the ears. And remember, your right hip, not moving. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Go back to chair pose. And then stand tall, big step out. Nice and wide. Open your heart, inhale. And hinge forward to a flat back. Start to squeeze the feet towards each other. You might even actually palpate your inner thighs to know that they're turning on. So kind of one of my critiques with a lot of modern vinyasa is that it's really hard to actually strengthen your adductors, your inner thigh muscles, and that can cause a lot of imbalances. I've noticed in myself and in students. So actively draw in, draw in, draw in. Notice how this helps your spine come a little bit longer. Let's take your right hand down, and I will mirror you for this one. And then peel your left arm up towards the sky. Lower. Switch. Don't give up on your legs. That's the most important part. Keep going. So kind of while the arms are doing this ostentatious, look at me tight movement, I don't want you to be too concerned with your arms. It's your legs. Rest your awareness on your inner thighs. Keep drawing together, gathering the energy, and gathering the mat. Okay, walk your hands over to your right shin. Bend the elbows wide. Lengthen your spine and twist. Now keep squeezing your thighs together to keep the pelvis in center so it doesn't bop off to one side. And you're getting a great lengthening in your QL, your low back, and some obliques, which we really fired up the obliques today. Pull up through your muscular sock, get longer and twist here. One more breath in, you'll stay as you exhale. Come back to center, flat back, breath in, and then other side. Remember inner thighs, that's what we're talking about right now. Bend the elbows, pull up on the muscular sock, lengthen and turn, lengthen and turn. So if you were like a snake or really low kind of ground dwelling creature, think of how you would use the muscles of your torso to navigate this earth. That's what I want you to really activate to get the action in your spine. And keep drawing your feet together. Final out breath. Come back into center. Nice and long. Inhale. And we're actually going to fold this time. Exhale. Relax your legs just a little bit because they're probably a little bit cooked. Do spread through your toes. And then hands to heart. Lift all the way up. Front of the mat. Warrior 2. Big beautiful lunge. Reverse warrior. Inhale up and back. Exhale side angle pose. Both arms reaching. Take the arms further behind the ears. Rotate your heart up towards the sky. Press more fiercely into your back leg. Get a little bit lower, a little bit longer. Last inhale. And exhale, hands come down, frame your left foot. Squeeze your right glute. Feel the left arm up towards the sky. Enjoy that beautiful twist, that beautiful opening. And hand all the way down, step back, lower, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And Ujjayi, exhale, Adho Mukha. Float the right leg high. Exhale, step through, rise to warrior 1. Okay, in your warrior 1, let's go right to pyramid, straighten the right leg, grab opposite elbows or reverse namaste, come forward a little or a lot. Relax your head, shake that energy out, let it go. Inner thigh spiral back. Press through the big toe mound of the right foot. And then slowly rise all the way back up. Warrior 1, bend the right knee, inhale. Hands come to heart center for a jiva squat. Tap the left knee behind the right. Nice and low, exhale. Inhale, lift up to stork. Jiva squat, exhale. Lift to stork, breath in. Jiva squat, exhale. Lift to stork. Jiva squat, exhale. Start to hinge forward. Lift your hips up. Even straighten your right leg. Reach your arms back. Warrior 3. Give yourself cobra in the chest. Lift, 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 and lengthen. If you're really called to it, reach your arms forward. Lift your arms so they're in line with your ears. Active through all 10 toes. Ooh, you've got one more. Big inhale. Back to a jiva squat. Ujjayi, exhale. Bring your fingertips down and your left knee will trace all the way down to the outer right ankle. Lower the shin. So you can sit back into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Reach up, breath in, and twist to your right. Exhale. Great place to stay. If you want to do your arm balance of side crow, take your hands off to the side. And this could even just facilitate a deeper stretch if that's what you're called to do. Make sure you can make a good shelf with this left arm. Rock your weight forward and lift up to your side crow, extended side crow, maybe even kumbhaka. Heart is pulling forward. 2 more big breaths. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, final exhale. Let's come back to Ardha Matsyendrasana. Everyone look forward. Release from your twist. Bring your hips to center. Briefly boat pose. Inhale. Briefly low boat. Exhale. Boat pose. Breath in. Chaturanga. Exhale. And forward and lower. Urdhva. Exhale. Adho Mukha. Breathe in. And breathe out. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step all the way through. Rise to warrior 1. Full breath in. Straighten through your left leg. Reverse namaste. And fold into your pyramid pose. Keep pressing into the back leg as you hinge forward. So I really love to get light on my left heel, my front heel, almost like you're trying to hover the left heel a millimeter off the floor. And keep a micro bend in your left knee. I find that the leg, the hip just really releases when I do this. You've got to keep pressing into the back leg though. Last exhale. Release, rise all the way up. Inhale, warrior 1. Hands to heart center, Jiva squat. Exhale, right knee taps behind the left. Reach up to your stork. Exhale, Jiva squat. How low can you go? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Jiva squat. Last time, stork pose, breath in. Exhale, really low, Jiva squat. And maintain the essence of the squat, but start to straighten your left leg, pull your heart forward, reach the arms back, kick your right heel back, Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. You can even interlace your fingers behind the back for this one, or for kind of the full, most challenging expression for most of us. Arms come forward, keep your arms lifting, keep the right thigh lifting. Try not to back bend into your low back. Take one more big inhale. Jiva squat, exhale. Fingertips down. And allow the right knee to glide all the way down outside of your left ankle. Have a seat. Ardha Matsyendrasana, twist to your left. Nice and tall. Great, here we go, last arm balance. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen now. Hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide, hinge forward, lift up. Whatever you choose to do, great by me. Take 2 more full breaths. Last one. And come back to Ardha Matsyendrasana. Come back into center. Unfurl the legs. Navasana. Take a breath in. Low boat, exhale. Inhale, zip up. Low boat, exhale. Full boat. Low boat. And full boat. Now, not chaturanga. Cross your ankles. Come forward to all fours. Uncross the ankles. Tuck your toes under and bring your hands back to your heels. So fire toes again, hello. But this is going to take us into dancing Ustrasana. The left hand will cross the spiral line, crosses the diagonal, as we lift the hips up. So it takes us into a half camel variation. And then you just retrace the footsteps, come on back down. And then the right arm. Kind of get lost in this flow. And if you prefer a more classical entry into camel. Please, please, please take a variation that works for you. This might flow into full Ustrasana. A very energizing pose. Last 2 breaths. I can really feel my lymphatic fluids moving in this pose. Come on down to your heels, untuck your toes, just take a seat, sit tall. And all the energy of that shape wash over you. Let it settle. And then come forward, lower down to your belly. So shoulder stretch. Either broken wing, or you can have a straight arm. So broken wing, elbows at 90, or the arm can be straight. But really important that your elbow is not lower than your shoulder. It needs to be in line with or higher. So left hand like cobra, bend your left knee, and roll onto your right side. In a yin class, we probably hold this pose anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. Just for today, it's only going to be about 30 seconds. So just start breathing nice and deep. We're letting our body settle down. We're getting closer and closer to Shavasana. So all of the energizing work that we did, it's kind of like we just shook up the snow globe, and now we're letting it settle back down. One more inhale. Last out breath. Back into center. Bring your right hand in. We'll go right to the second side. Left arm reaches out, and the right knee, and roll open. One more inhale. Exhale, turn to your belly. Bring your knees wide, toes together. And come back to sit on your heels. It's actually kind of a pose called tadpole, toes together, knees wide. And rather than straight up forward fold, I'll just have you take the right arm forward, thread your left arm underneath. It's a nice way to stretch the outer left shoulder. Bring your forehead down. Also getting into your hips. Your breath be slow and sweet. And then lift up just enough so you can switch sides for the other arm underneath. Breathe into your belly. Breathe into the back of the chest. And then come all the way up. And the soles of the feet together. Not quite Baddha Konasana. So I will mirror you for this one. Extend your right leg so it's long and pull your left heel in closer. So it has the essence of a wide-legged straddle, but you've got kind of taking the left hamstring out of the equation a bit. So breathe in, flex your right foot, And then come forward and fold a little or a lot. Exhale. One more breath in. Out. Walk your hands in. Your right hand will thread across to grab hold of the left knee. So you're already getting to twist of it. And then reach your left arm over the ear. And I'm nowhere near it, but maybe your hand can reach your foot. Come all the way up. Just take an easy twist to your left. And then come back into center. Switch the legs. Nice and tall. Exhale, fold. Stay with your breath. Anchor both sitting bones. Okay, start to walk your hands in. Your left arm will thread underneath to grab the right knee. A little bit of a twist. And then reach the right arm overhead to getting a glorious side body stretch. And just give this little suggestion for those of you who are at the end of your day. We're gonna have a shavasana and everything, but feel free to take some more restorative poses after class, maybe legs up the wall for a couple minutes, or highly suggest yoga nidra. This was a super energizing practice. Really good for you. However, after all these back bends and side body stretches, you might have some trouble sleeping. Lift back up, stand tall and just twist. To give yourself every opportunity for a restful night's sleep. You have your water and your yoga nidra, your salt lamps. Unwind, come forward. Cross your left shin in front of your right. And then on your fingertips, just take your right hand in front of you so you can turn. Fold over the knee. And that might be where you stay. You might even hook your elbow and just get into a juicier side bend. Pressing your right elbow into your left thigh. Flex your feet. Maybe you walk the hands off and just feel around for that sweet spot. Come through to center, briefly fold, very briefly. Reach your arms back and with flat palms, just tap your low back, tap your sacrum a couple of times. Now you can tap your outer hips. You can go up to your kidneys a little higher. And come all the way up, switch the cross of the feet. Take your left hand straight in front of you, turn the torso. Stay there, or you can fold, perhaps hooking your left hand to the outer right knee. Any last little things to wiggle out or work out. And then walk all the way forward. Stay low if you can. Fold. And then same idea. Reach back. Tap your low back, your sacrum, your outer hips. All the way up. Shrug, shrug, shrug. Lie down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest and rock gently from side to side. Okay. Bring your feet as wide as the mat or wider, arms out by your side body. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath so the outer wrist, the thumb part of your wrist, is a little heavier. Close your eyes. Then make fists with your hands. Scrunch up your toes, flex your belly, squeeze your butt, make a funny face, shoulders tight, shrugging. Even kind of work your neck a little bit. Take a full breath in. Hold it. Exhale, Shavasana. If an extended Shavasana makes sense for your body at this time, stay just as you are. Otherwise, take a full breath in and let it all out. Find some easy movement, wiggling fingers and toes. And eventually, roll to either side, find a tall, comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed if you can. Draw hands to heart center. It was a joy to share this experience with you. Thank you for zooming in. The light in me honors the light in each of you. All of my love. Namaste.